What's going on, everybody? Fighter's Dream Gaming up in here. I'm your host, Dre. So I'm actually going to cover the actual update that came out. So this is going to include Ibuki, Balrog, and also include the stages along with the story mode and give my impression on the story mode. I did complete it last weekend. But let's get into the first character. The first character we got on the poll, man, is Ibuki. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not thoroughly impressed with Ibuki. Only reason why I'm not thoroughly impressed is mainly due to the same thing that Gaud had. She didn't need to be a DLC character. Reason why she didn't need to be a DLC character is she's changed up a little bit, but not a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has a good amount of new things, like the ability to now have your shurikens as more of a, I guess, a reload system. So you actually have to be cautious about what you do, because you're going to have to refill all of the shurikens that you throw. Okay, I can deal with that. She can no longer just jump in the air and just throw shurikens all day like she used to be able to. Okay, I could deal with that too. But honestly, she's virtually pretty much the same. They may have sped her up a little bit, but all of her combos are really just what you already know. Now, I'm not saying that's a 100% bad thing. This isn't a bad thing. This isn't me bashing the character. Instead, this goes back to what I was saying about Gaud. If you're only changing up really two things by adding a V trigger and a V skill, then what's the point of having this character as DLC? Gaud had the same problem with the sonic booms, and really just having the addition of being able to do multiple sonic booms and being able to do the cross-shaped sonic boom. Both characters should have already been added to the game, and I'm not really too impressed with that. Outside of that, the character overall is very solid, and I'm liking what I see. Just should have been free on that one. Balrog, on the other hand, okay, I had to say this. I was not expecting, just like a lot of people who were in the same boat with me, they weren't expecting Balrog to look like this. Because, you know, Street Fighter's been out for I don't know how many years. I jumped in back during Street Fighter 2 on Sega Genesis. I'm talking full-fledged young kid with hopes and dreams that didn't happen the way that he wanted. But he happened another way that I'm not mad about, because it's going the way he still wants. Trust the kid. But that's not about me. Simple fact of the matter is, he's always been a charged character, and that still remains the same. But he didn't have a lot of mix-up variety. And what I mean by that is, you kind of already knew what was going to happen. Either you're going to go low or you were going to go above. Cool. But come on, guys. He needed more stuff. Now with this addition that they added here, he looks great. With his actual V trigger being able to 100% combo his busting Buffalo into the Buffalo pressure and all this other stuff, he can mix up a good amount of things to go for haymakers, go for uppercuts, go for low sweeps, things of that nature. It looks really good. Also, on top of that, he has the ability to actually maneuver around using his V skill. So now he can dodge in and out of fireballs, and if you're doing it right, kind of like Vega being able to just spin around and go for a slash, he's got the same principle. You can do the same exact thing. So it's like, okay, I see what's going on. This is a nice character. I like it. For the Dudley players that are maybe upset that Dudley's not in the game, I have to admit, he is a good alternative. Now, you're going to have to get used to charge attacks. I know Dudley wasn't a charge character, but you're gonna have to get used to that aspect. But once you get used to them, trust me, combos just start flowing together. It starts to feel perfectly fine. You'll feel right at home. I actually really am digging the character a lot. There's a lot of potential he has. The headbutt has been replaced, so now it's not actually there anymore. Instead, what it is there, but it's more of a, actually it is, it's a V reversal, so you can use that now. But it's cool. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at this character. I actually really like all the combos that he has, and I can't wait to see what people actually pull off with him. He is necessary. Now let's jump into the story mode. Now the story mode, on the other hand, I have mixed feelings about it. The reason why I have mixed feelings about it is because they did put a lot of effort into it. I'll say that, because there's a lot of cutscenes, and I enjoy the fact of how good they look. The quality of the cutscenes are well done. You know, they aren't up there to where a Mortal Kombat level Injustice, which is NetherRealm Studios in general, does it, but just the simple fact that they have it in here is cool. But the big thing that highlights the actual story mode, even though I wasn't a big fan of it, it was cool, but really the big highlight was being able to play as characters like Jury. Jury, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is my little early review. So far, I really like Jury. She's kind of like in between. She feels different, but she also feels the same. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of her movements are different, and it's probably due to the fact that you can incorporate her V trigger to speed dash around like I did in the video, so it looks cool. And a lot of the pop-up moves she has, you could combo into. I feel like she flows seamlessly. But she's not the only character that was involved. Granted, some characters I do feel didn't get enough shine. I was disappointed with characters like Nikali, who didn't have any real reason to be there. He's there 1 minute, then he turns into Nemesis from Resident Evil and just starts chasing people, and then all of a sudden he gets defeated by Ryu, and then boom, we're done with him. Not to spoil anything, because you still got to see the rest of it, but Alex is in there too. That I was like, okay, what was the point? There was no point of view. Another character, as much as I enjoyed this, Urian, fantastic. He has everybody, including myself, excited to play him. Granted, I am terrible with Urian. I was never good with Urian. I told you guys many times before, back in Street Fighter Third Strike, I was a Alex player. That's who I played all the time. So I didn't get a chance to really mess with him, but just the simple fact that they allow you to play as him in here was such a tease. Because Jury, you play a good amount of time, but you only play Urian once. And I did not like that aspect of it because it's such a tease. But at the same time, he felt like another pointless character within the story mode. But all in all, I will say for a free piece of DLC, yes, it's cool. Should it have already been in the game? 100%. 100%. You still would have been lost, but at least you could have killed some more time. And it would have gave people who wanted to play single player modes more often a lot more investment inside the game. Now, they did also add some new stages. I'm only going to cover the actual new stages that aren't just remastered versions, which are cool. I'm not going to say that it's not. They do have remastered versions of the levels. But the first one, obviously, you see right now is the Balrog stage. Man, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I felt like a kid. As soon as I turned this stage on and I was looking, I was like, oh yeah, this is exactly the way I remember from Street Fighter 2. And I started hearing the music, I was like, yo, I got goosebumps. I'm not gonna lie, I really got goosebumps, because like this stuff right here is classic. It's iconic stuff, man. And I love the fact that they're taking the time for these stages to go back and do something that they've done in the past but remake it, because they did that with the Street Fighter 2 stage for Guile. And the only difference was I was disappointed you couldn't knock anybody through a box anymore after you beat them, but they're saying that there's going to be more interactable levels to come, and I'm assuming it's going to be for also these stages that are already in the game. So I expect those boxes to break in the future. Excuse me, to break in the future. That's what I'm expecting. I'm just like my voice did right there. I don't know what's going on. I swear, I drink way too much or something. But I do like what they did, and they need to keep this up. But remakes aren't the only thing that's here. Let's skip to the next one. I like the fact they added another new level. I probably love this level the most because of the fact I like how the water is moving. I like how you're fighting with on the beach and then within the water itself on the shore. And yeah, there's a lot of hints in the background. Of course, you got the rival school characters, which I was a huge fan of rival schools as a kid. It didn't get enough, shine, unfortunately. I like rival schools, and I also played the one on Dreamcast also, and I love them both. So I want to see a little bit more, but so far this was worth it, man. This is a good DLC. I can't deny it, man. So like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you saw. Please, man, just let me know. Bring it back. And also, guys, before we end out, I want to say this last thing. I mean, I appreciate everybody who pays attention. Keep the support coming, because I'm only trying to do this for you guys and keep moving it like that. So I appreciate it, guys, and I will catch you in the next video. All right, guys, take care.